Oh, it's a busy time for the With Mates podcast. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 series on the go, and we are here to talk about the beginning of The Boys. Yes, Amazon Prime have dropped 2 episodes of The Boys, and my boys are here to talk all things down and break down each of these episodes. Welcome in, one and all, to the With Mates podcast. What's happening, troops? Welcome back to the With Mates podcast. My name is Andrew Grayson, your host as ever, and I am here coming to you live from the wonderful city of Lincoln. Yes, we've had some technical difficulties. We've clearly still got some lighting difficulties. I might get a little bit darker, I might get a little bit lighter, but we're gonna go with it, folks, because this is all we can do. So yes, we are here, and I say we because I am joined by the Triple Barrel Man. He is Craig Andrew Mooney.
Hello, Andrew. Delighted to be here as always. The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. That kind of helps a wee bit if I do that with my phone. So that's what I'm going to do. And he is the smackiest of smacks. He is Polypack Small. Steady.
What is that smacking through the sky? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Smack. Back to review The Boys with you and the lads.
Lovely, lovely. So yes, we are here to talk about Amazon Prime's final season of The Boys. This is the last bit of The Boys. I think we're still getting Gen V, possibly. But this is the final season of The Boys. And the spin-off, yes. We've got the what is it, a prequel series with
Jensen
Soldier Boy.
Jensen Ackles, yeah. Soldier Boy. But this is it for The Boys. This is it for the main series. It's one that we've been very excited to do. This is why we are doing it. And this version, as I say, is very, very busy here for the With Mates podcast, because not only have we got 4 series, but it's 4 fucking banging series. Like, I'm down here. I'm devastated because I'm watching everything on this wee 7-8 inch tablet. I've got a fucking lovely big telly back in the house, so I'm watching everything on my tablet and stuff. But I must say, it's like they've all hit. They are all hitting something.
Everything's
awful.
been a lot better than I was expecting, and I do include Star Wars in that. Which, fair enough, the animation's been generally a bit better than the live action stuff anyway. But yeah, generally been enjoying everything so far that's been released, which is a rarity. It's a rarity.
And it's nice. It's going to be bad when we get to like maybe July or something, and there's nothing really.
I know, right?
This is your lot for the year.
But we've got April. Yeah, exactly. April, May, and that's you. So yeah, it's 4 lovely series. We're gonna. Craig will probably correct me, or Craig, if you know offhand, correct me as we speak. But we have done the first 2 episodes of Invincible. We've done the first 2 episodes of Daredevil. This is now the first episode of The Boys.
Mm-hmm. First 2.
And we are going to review the first 2 episodes of The Boys, and we're going to do Darth Maul
as a series
on TikTok as way much, and then we're going to do a YouTube video for the series as a whole. So, as I say, I'm in Lincoln. I'm going to try and get as many of these TikTok videos done as possible. I'm going to try and get on Craig or Joseph or Paul or Vash, get them on to talk about it, because there is so much to talk about. But today we're here to talk about The Boys. It's the first 2 episodes. Before we get into the actual topic, so this goes for The Boys, but it also goes as well for Daredevil, for Invincible. It seems to be a thing where it's now a series or a season is debuting with 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a fan of that?
I feel like it's been possibly like positively focus tested somewhere, or they've noticed somewhere that, oh, this got a really good spike here, and they've maybe noticed it in a trend with 1 or 2, and I think that's probably why we're seeing that, because now it's like, oh well, they're doing it, we gotta do it. So I don't dislike it. Like, I like getting stuff 2 episodes in and then 1 episode a week after that. Yeah, I don't see a particular problem with it, but yeah, I quite like it.
I think it was Amazon. Amazon coined the whole thing with doing the 3 episode drop and then doing it week to week, which I actually quite like, especially with, like, if you remember, Paul, like the last year Mighty 9, where those first 3 episodes worked really well as like a piece in themselves, and then they kind of introduced the whole show to the audience and stuff, and then it kind of was a nice week to week. It kind of gets you hyped. and then you get that. You then got to watch it week to week. So yeah, I personally quite like it. It's kind of the best of both worlds, isn't it? It's best, like, you're binging and then also your week to week stuff from the old days. So I like it.
See,
that's exactly what I was going to say, because I think it gives you the feel of a binge, because you finish one and you're like, oh, I can put the next one on. You get the next one on, especially if they're good, which these 4 series have been, especially the boys that we are going to talk about. I love that we got 2 episodes, because, as you say, like, a lot of people are into like short form content, whereas with like films and movies and stuff, you're getting like longer and longer. But I like the idea of doing a series where it's like, right, we're not just going to give you a taste, we're going to give you a big full bite, and then you get to look forward to the rest of the meal on the way. And it also means as well, for instance, with Invincible, we've not really spoken about Invincible since the first couple of episodes. Either it was 2 or 3 episodes. I think it was 3. I was hooked after those 3 episodes, and then we got a dud. We got one that just didn't really matter and stuff like that. But it gives you just kind of go, oh well, at least I did get those first 3. And if one is weaker than the other, you go, yeah, but it's all one big encompassing show at that point. So yeah, I'm a big fan of doing a couple and then stretching it out week to week.
Paul, I was just going to say, I think of all the formats, maybe 1 just isn't, is too little. 3 is maybe too much, but 2 is just right. Just right. The Goldilocks of debuting episodes. Yes.
Well, now's the time. Normally we will do, for people that are new, old to this podcast, welcome in one and all. As we say, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because there is lots coming to this channel very, very soon and currently. But the way we normally do it is we'll do it non-spoiler thought, and then we'll give you a warning. But we're going straight spoilers. If you've not seen the first 2 episodes of The Boys on Amazon Prime, head on over there, watch that, and then come back over to YouTube and listen to myself, Craig, and Paul break down the first 2 episodes. Now, Craig, you've already put in the chat episode 1, I believe it was episode 1 you were talking about, was just written so well.
Correct.
Let's start with that. Why was it... Well, quickly. All fans of the first 2 episodes?
Yes. Big fans.
Big thumbs up?
Big thumbs up. Paul?
I'd say it's a cracking piece of Garibaldi, that, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you want the thumbs for the YouTube video, so let's do it. Thumbs, guys.
There you go. That's the thumbnail. Quite literally. Yeah, go on, Craig. Give me your thoughts.
So, for me, what stood out about episode 1 and why I thought it was a very well written episode was purely for the character arcs, and specifically Mr. A-Train, R.I.P. There's your first spoiler, folks. I thought that was... He's had the best... I think I said this when we were talking about the show last year. I think I said that I think A-Train has had the best character arc of the whole show. And I think even more so how last season played out, and then this first episode of season 5, I think we're on now. For me, to have that character start off as like the character that you wanted to die, you wanted Huey to get his revenge, you wanted him. You were with Huey trying to get this character gone. He was a selfish, entitled prick. He was everything that you would hate in a superhero that's this poser. And he was a horrible person, but to go on the arc that he's been on, and it was just so well written, the way that there was a few things that I liked about it. And number 1 was that he had his moment with his brother, where the brother was like, "No, you're doing the right. You're finally stepping up to be the guy that we wanted you to be." He had the moment with the Deep, saying, "I'm not like you anymore. You are still scared. I'm not scared anymore. I'm standing up for what's right." He then had the moment with saving Huey, which was great, so that Huey got the moment of saying, "Oh, he saved me," which I thought was great.
Remind me to come back to that moment.
And then you get Homelander chasing them, and then of course this is the bit that I thought I liked it. It was a little bit contrived, but it was worth it, I thought, compared to everything else, when he dodges the person as opposed to going through or showing that he's finally full circle change. It was a little bit contrived, but I still liked it. I thought it was a cool thing to add in.
It's a nice wee
I think that was the perfect moment, to be honest.
But for me, the standout moment was when he had his moment with Homelander before he died. That was 1, brilliant acting from the pair of them. 2, just the all rounding together, everything coming together. Him saying, "What the fuck was I scared of?" And it was great. I loved it. Yeah, so episode 1 was a standout for me, and I liked episode 2 too, but we'll come to that at some point. But yeah, episode 1, great.
Paul, any standouts for you?
I mean, yeah, I'll actually come to think of it. I've had a particularly strong affiliation with another character other than Homelander, of course, although he is my takeaway.
Is it the guy with a giant cock? Is that you, Paul?
I was gonna.
Is it the cock monster?
I was gonna say, there's another character I relate to on this, but that wasn't actually. Yeah. That wasn't actually, believe it or not, who I was gonna go. I was gonna say, at first I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about this, but I kind of like that Kimiko is talking, and she's.
Yeah, it's quite a fun kind of way that they're doing it as well, where she's like learning in a way that doesn't make sense because she does sign to people and she talks normally, whereas now she's just it's as if she's never spoken before. This makes me dislike you. Like it's kind of weird, but I get it.
I like it. Like it's like quite a nice thing to do in the last season. The only thing I couldn't help but thinking when I was watching this was, when did you get speech therapy? You're on the run.
Well, it's been a year. Mm-hmm. The thing that got me was, I don't know if you thought this, and maybe it was just my connection, maybe it was just what I was watching on. I thought they dubbed her voice because it didn't look like it matched.
I totally get what you're saying. I think it does suit her. I think it's just we're just so used to not seeing her talk. To be honest,
yeah, maybe I don't know what it was, but there was a point where I was going, is there another actress like?
Well, no.
Speaking for her, but no, it is her.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nothing to do with accent. It was just more. It just didn't look as if it synced up to how her mouth was moving. But then later on, it kind of cleared up, and it was definitely just her.
But yeah, Kimiko.
So for me,
and all that, there was just a fun little
Chemical.
bit, yeah. And of course our boy Butcher. I like Butcher's stuff actually in the first act with him going back to his dad, and then because I think we just get the impression this season Butcher's got a mission in mind as per, but this time nothing, like nobody's getting in his way. And I've got a bit of a prediction for Butcher.
The Kiwi Cockneys.
The Kiwi Cockney. My prediction, just to get it out right away for this season, is I think yes. I'd actually watching this episode. I think Craig's prediction about Homelander's probably true.
What was your prediction about Homelander again? Remind us.
I said that the show was going to end with him losing his powers and living out the rest of his days in a jail cell as the sad little man that he is.
But
like
Magneto, but no chess pieces this time. But
no chess, no slight movement, no
little eye glow.
But I actually think Homelander won't be the final antagonist of this series. I think we'll beat Homelander, possibly even halfway or 3/4 of the way through the last episode, and then the final boss is going to be Butcher. I think Butcher's gonna stop.
It's not a bad theory.
Could be a shout.
It's not a bad theory.
I think he'll stop at. I think Huey's gonna be like, no, like, come on, we've been in this. Don't do this. And he's the virus or whatever it is. Yeah. He's gonna take it.
He'll want to unleash on everybody.
Yeah. And then exactly. I think that's how it's gonna go.
That's a very interesting take, and we can get into that a wee bit later when we start kind of getting into the plot. Excuse me. The standout stuff for me. I don't disagree with you, Craig, in terms of character arc for A-Train, but just for funsies, I'm just going to argue with it. I love Huey's arc. I think Huey really, like, there's a moment where he, like, again, because he doesn't have powers. I know he did for a point, but he doesn't have powers just now. And the way he kind of stands up to Homelander and the way he's kind of still trying to rally people in this freedom. All as well, elephant in the room. It is hilarious how when this started, how much of a commentary it was, like how surreal and how overboard they went with, like, oh, this is what America's like, and now you're just like, yeah, that's kind of what the world's like right now, and it fucking sucks. And it's like, it's mental to see how they pushed the envelope and the rest of the world, America especially, was like, hold my beer. But yeah, like the stuff with the camps and stuff was really fun, and like again, you're always going to get this like grotesque humor, and like we got cock beatings, we got some amount of shagging. There's a bit where when Kimiko and
Frenchie,
remind me his name, Frenchie, are making out, and she's got half a body and all that kind of stuff. But the one thing I want to kind of bring up that I want to applaud this show for, which I think Paul will be a fan of, is we're now getting to a point where I truly feel nobody's safe.
Yes.
Everybody's dying off. A-Train's a big death. Now, I'm going to say this with a reservation of we didn't see a body. They also killed Soldier Boy. But
there's a bit more than didn't see a body with Soldier Boy. Oh no, you made a
train. Up at the end.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, I was going to get to that, but
say again.
Soldier Boy sits up at the end of episode 2. He's not dead.
I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Shut up, Andrew. Must have missed
that.
Did
you miss that?
Sorry. I thought... Yeah, I must have... Was it an after credit, or was it just
end of the scene?
Just to, like, because the whole, like, the song of... You know how they play a song at the end of the credits usually? The song for this was, the song at the end of episode 2 is...
I get knocked down,
I get up again. And literally, because they put...
I missed it. I'll
put
go
him
back.
on the stretcher, and, like, Deeps and Homelander have their whole moment, and Homelander, like, walks away, and he's like, I'm sorry. And he walks away all depressed. And then it literally, just the body bag just goes, Undertakers.
Mate, I must have literally just looked away at the wrong point then, because I've not seen that. More filmy. But yeah, like, obviously A-Train's a big death. We're seeing stuff like how close Dewey was to dying as well. Not Dewey, Huey.
No.
Yeah,
Dewey?
Right?
Oh,
Huey.
No, Scrooge.
Huey. Yeah,
Scrooge.
Huey, Louis. Sorry, Louis. Yeah, Huey get close to dying. Loved that save.
I got that, Paul. Don't worry.
The thing that's kind of that I'm interested about is obviously your theory, Paul, of Butcher becoming the villain. I wouldn't be surprised if it became like a Civil War type thing, and you start seeing people, because you're seeing there was obviously a theme, and I've got a question to ask you guys, so remind me to ask you the question. But we're seeing a theme of Homelander realizing that people are terrified of him, and he's like, why are they terrified? Not like absolutely oblivious to the stuff that he's done. And to me, you're seeing people that are on like Butcher and Starlight's side. Starlight being kind of on Butcher's side, kind of going, look, 10,000 soups are to save 8 billion lives. So like to me, I'd be going, I wonder if it's going to be more, because they've showed tension between Starlight and Huey. So I don't know, like, is there a chance you could see them becoming like adversaries by the end if Homelander does go early? Can you see, like, because even like Chemical, Paul, sort your headphones. You're seeing stuff with Chemical and Frenchie. We'll pause until you sort it.
Hello?
You good?
Oh.
No, he's not good.
Come on, Paul.
There we go. Sorry,
That's
just
it.
randomly cut
Good
out
now.
there. There we go.
That's all right. So yeah, you're seeing stuff with Chemical and Frenchie where she's not wanting to die, and he's like, yeah, but I'm going to find a cure to make you immune, or however they're going to do it. To me, I like being at this point early in the season where you don't really know how it's going to end, and it could go so many ways, and you could see people fighting one against another. But I think there's definitely a very Venom-esque side to that taking over Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Do you think
the line I liked?
Oh, sorry.
Just in that episode, because we got like a really big confrontation in this episode. I'm going to execute Huey and Frenchie and Milk. I actually forget the rest of his. I know it's Mother's Milk. I forget his actual name, but Mother's Milk. I'm calling him Milky. But he, I'm going to execute them, and then they go save them, and obviously Homelander anticipates it, and he's murdered everyone in this block, and then, but then Butcher and Starlight come in, and then he obviously uses his X-ray vision on Butcher, and he's like, "That you did all this for me, that's like a viper's nest in there. It's like, I really like that line.
Here's my question, right? So we've talked about who we like. Like, I've liked Huey's story. Like, again, there's lots of people that you go, I like it. Friend of the show, my friend Arla posted. She didn't message me about it, but it caught my eye and it made me think. What do you think of Homelander's arc in terms of his character? Like, the thing she wrote was she gets why, but she doesn't like it, but she doesn't like that it's made Homelander dumb or dumber as the series has went on. Are you guys picking that up on that? Do you agree with that? If you do, like, do you think it works? Do you think it doesn't work? Like, what's your opinion on Homelander from where we see? Because the only thing that's making me go, maybe not necessarily dumber, but certainly more fragile and emotional. Because there's a part, is it episode 1 where it opens and Starlight dressed as whatever her name is,
Firecracker.
2 thumbs up. Firecracker. Really enjoyed that. That was awesome. But when that opens up and she puts up the video of Homelander when he kills everybody on the plane from the first series, he's not that guy anymore, in my opinion. He's very much more like, why don't people like me, and why don't, and he's much weepier and stuff.
I think this is possibly to do with, because we got back to that thing, because she references it, Sister Sage. She says, you know, all the power in the world's not going to make you any happier. He's already Superman, basically, you know. He doesn't actually really need that much more power, but he thinks all of this will make him happier. So I think now he feels like he has so much more to lose, because he kind of does have, in a way, the love he was looking, because he's now basically president. If not, I mean, like, even Soldier Boy goes like,
I'd say he's more
king emperor, like whatever. Yeah.
He's being treated as such.
So like, and even though he's rounding up all the people that hate him, he's got plenty of people that love him. But I think he's,
but I don't think he does, though. He doesn't.
Or fear.
It's people that
fear him for sure. So maybe he's either, but I think he's still in some way has his supporters, but I think he feels like he has something to lose, or either that he's, the more it's the kind of thing where the more he tightens his grip, the more it slips sort of through his fingers. So I feel like he's probably feeling powerless to get that love that he's looking for, despite the fact he's, so I see him as not necessarily dumber, but I think he's more desperate.
Fair.
I take Arla's point, but I think, in a way, I'm maybe giving too much credit to the writers here, but they are very good writers, so maybe they are doing it. But I think this is what is meant to be happening, as in like, we're showing, just like A-Train says in the episode, what the fuck was I so afraid of? Because we're seeing who this guy really is. Remember, this is a guy who in season 1 was sucking titty milk off his boss. Like he's not this, like,
the American dream,
powerful, god. You know what I mean?
Joseph, make that a clip. I need that to be a clip of just Craig saying sucking titty milk. It's just the best thing I've ever fucking heard, man. Please make that a clip.
Let's make that a noise, like the sound bites that we.
Yeah, that's just a soundboard. Not get it edited and I'll add it to this.
Fantastic. We'll use it in all our Star Wars reviews from now on. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but no, I do think that I think it's like the veil has been lifted, as it were, and we're kind of seeing him for what he really is, and he's just a pathetic man-child, and I think that's the point. If dare I say,
look, we're not political, right? We're not. We don't do politics here on the With Mates podcast. However, we all know
here it comes
who he is. And if you talk about when we first met him, seemed to have a bit of wherewithal about him, made really bad decisions, but seemed to have his marbles and what. Whereas to now, it's like, why don't you like me? Oh, people do. Why do you like? He's deluded. He's the delusion on him. Like when and again, like I get what you're saying. I can understand what you're saying, Paul, in terms of he's maybe scared of losing stuff that he thinks he's got and all that kind of stuff. Whereas to me, the way I'm looking at it is, in a way, he's got what he's always wanted, but it's not how he wanted it. He wants to be loved. He wants to be adored. He wants admiration and all this kind of stuff. But when he's listening to the makeup lady's heart and she's shitting herself, and the girl that kind of passes the coffee over like that, like all these people,
that's how you'd feel.
Like there's, yeah,
you know.
But this is the thing, as well as like the point where he was talking to smartest lady in the world.
Sister Sage.
I'm so bad at this. Sister Sage. When he talks to Sister Sage, and she's like, "Why would you let Soldier Boy back?" And he was like, "Oh, because he's going to test this. I'm going to use him as a test dummy." And she's like, "Oh, good," because I was kind of thinking, like, she knows.
Yeah, she knows what's going on.
She's the smartest person in the world, and she's like, "Oh, good," because I thought it was just because you were being emotionally fragile and you just wanted him out because he's your daddy. I love this stuff, and it makes him scary, and it makes him dangerous. And the one thing for me that I really liked about Homelander in this first 2 episodes is he felt dangerous. Like the Huey walking in and seeing how he's decimated that room, and he's just sat there, body parts, blood everywhere, and he's like, "Yep, just waiting on your friends coming." And Huey's like, "They're not going to come," and he's like, "They're going to come," and they do. And then the fight with A-Train was fantastic. Loved that. However, don't like speedster stuff anymore. It's too overdone. It's really bad now. You're not going to top. Was it
Quicksilver?
Not First Class.
First Class. Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past was the best one.
Apocalypse was alright.
Shut up, Paul.
Apocalypse was decent.
Shut up, Paul.
The
other
scene.
What was
the
the
scene in Apocalypse is alright. He goes and saves the mansion from exploding.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Okay.
I do like Taylor Johnson's in the MCU as well. Don't like the Flash, but all this like, oh no, do you know who does it best? Fucking Eternals. Come at me. They do speedster well.
Actually, Andrew, sorry to burst your bubble here, but the best speedster in the world, the greatest speedster is a little blue hedgehog by the name of Sonic. He is the best speedster. In fact, they did a crossover comic recently of Sonic and the Flash, and Sonic was better. That's what I'm saying. It's final.
I tell you who the greatest speedster is, and he's coming very, very soon. His name is Stormlock, and he's going to be Scotland's first speedster. Coming soon.
There we go.
From the Etienne verse, yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
Nice wee tease, love it. But yeah, like to me, there was a bit where he was like, where he did his wee jog past, but everything else is like slower. I was just like, oh, I'm sick of this speedster stuff. But I love the fact that Homelander kept up with him, and
Sonic wouldn't have tripped.
Was doing just as well, and all that all that kind of stuff. That's true. What do you think? Again, just anything else that stands out to you is obviously just kind of jump in and say. But what are you thinking of the tension in the relationship between Starlight and Huey? Like, what do you think's going on with that?
I like this actually because we've not seen what Starlight's been doing on the run. I was curious at first as well to see, like, because I feel like through Gen V, we've not really seen like what the world's really been like. Like I didn't really get a sense of, this is the camps and all that. But I like seeing it's taken a toll on Starlight, and I like that she is not disagreeing with Butcher as much. Doesn't like him still, but she's like, yeah, I kind of get it. We gotta, because every time, like, I liked the scene where she looks at her phone. She doesn't tell Huey about it. Huey is, I think, Huey's arc this whole season is gonna be like hope. Like, we can change things. We're gonna do, and she's just been beaten down one too many times because every time her phone goes off, it's another friend, another group, another person she knows has been rounded up, killed, tortured, whatever, So I like that she did the tactical thing of taking Frenchie away because he knew stuff about the virus instead of saving Huey.
I like the fact as well that she's obviously got this guilt as well because they're all starlighters and they're the people that are getting. Again, I've never heard of that before. People getting arrested before they've ever even done a crime or anything like that. I wonder where they figured that out. But yeah, like it has got to that point where it is just basically we're just watching real life, but people have got superpowers. But the Huey and oh, sorry, Paul,
I just thought there one last thing on this episode that I really liked was I really like the design. I appreciate out of context. This will sound horrible, so please don't clip it. Clip this. No, but I liked the design of the camps. Like the over American consumerism, like this is like
it's all right.
If Disney World did camps.
If I did an execution camp, this is how I would want it to
they've got the branding.
Welcome to my execution camp. Well, let's have a wee look around.
Grab your stars and stripe pants over there.
This is where the magic
MTV's
happens.
Execution camps.
I liked that they all were wearing like branded T-shirts with the flag on the back. And
no, that was good.
Yeah,
I get the details were good. Yeah,
they've got like Sister Sage like with catchphrases on it and things like that. Just like I liked.
Also, I love the tonight's movie will be the Dawn of the Seven. Tomorrow's movie will be the Dawn of the Seven. That was good.
Love that.
Little bits like that were good as well.
Yeah. What was I going to say there? What did we think of? Obviously, the whole plot of this is like they've got the virus now, and we know it works and stuff. Did we like the volcano cum monster?
Liked
episode,
and then whatever.
Episode 2, right? This is why I liked episode 2 because it felt very much like a return to like what the show was like back in season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It was very much a homage to those kind of episodes where they were kind of going around trying to like murk the soups. And like coming across these like bizarre people and bizarre powers and it was great. I thought it was a really clever thing to do for episode 2.
The biggest compliment I can give these guys is the how inventive they are with not only like the different superheroes but the powers and stuff. Like whatever that worm guy was that ate dirt and shot it out. I don't know if it was his arsehole or if it was just a fucking dirt hole, whatever it was. But like, to dig into the camp, I'm just like, who comes up with this stuff? That's so funny. And then you've obviously got the influencers as well that help with.
I liked the cat one.
They're essentially like capturing
the fact that she had her own litter box and that she'd eaten
didn't clean it and all that stuff.
She'd eaten the crows, like she had 10 of them or something. There were only 2 left, and that was daft, but I like that.
Is there anything else that we've not covered that you want to talk about before I get to like the end question?
I want to shout out some new additions. David Diggs coming in as old father. The new like evangelical priest. That's a great addition to the cast late on. And I'm liking whatever's going on with Ashley as well. Like, what the fuck is happening there? Obviously, we saw her get her powers last season. She's got like this tumor on the back of her head that's kind of talking to her and giving her mind reading powers.
Funny.
That was a really fun scene. I've always loved her character. I think she's been a kind of unsung hero of the show.
She's always been
consistently funny. And lastly, Black Noir. What's going on there, guys? What's happening?
That was going to be my last. So right, here's my question. Right, we're at that point where we've seen it. First 2 episodes are fantastic. You've got the gore, you've got the action, you've got the character development. It's well written. It's the boys, and it has started off very, very promising. So we hope, because I've seen a lot of people, because there was a point, I think it was in the first episode, I'm pretty sure it was the worm guy, where he was doing the whole meta, people always complain about the last episode, it's fucking impossible to write a finale, and like I'm going, I appreciate mental. That. I appreciate
that character was fucking gross. I'm going to say, Paul, where's Mole Man? That's your Mole Man.
Oh yeah, you're right, Mole Man. Yeah. One man, Mole. Yeah, okay. No, I'll add him to the roster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, obviously the question is, do we think it's going to land with how it started? But to be more specific, the things that are standing out to me, so you're going, Homelander just losing his nuts. You are going nuts, losing his mind and going nuts. Paul, you've kind of guessed that the Butcher might become the villain by the end. But why I like this is because it makes me care about not just... I care about the supporting cast. So we've seen A-Train's dead. You've now got the Deep. I'm interested to see what happens with his character. But the two biggest questions I've got kind of coming out of this is Mother's Milk, let that girl go. Is that going to come and bite you? Like, there's something about him that kind of was off. Also, shout out, his weight loss is nuts. He's lost like 40... I looked up on it just to make sure that it wasn't like an illness or anything. He's lost like 40 pounds, but it's just because he's got a healthier lifestyle, which I'm going, good for you, mate. That's amazing.
Yeah. And it kind of suited like his situation, you know, like right at the start, you know, like so it fits. You know?
Yeah, no, totally. It really did. But yeah, like, where do we see them? Like, what side do you see guys going? Do you think it is going to be like a wipe them all out against people that are like, no, just wipe the bad ones out? How do we do whatever it is? But Black Noir,
yeah, I've got a theory.
I
we
have
know
a theory
that's not the original. Well, that's what we'll get to. So I'll build it up and then you can tell me your theory. So we know it's not the original, but it might not be the second one. This might be Black Noir 3 because he didn't talk, he refused to talk, but also he caught Starlight and she got away. So how do you think that came about, and what do you think it is? I'm assuming that's what your theory is, so give me that.
Paul, over to you first.
All I've said is I have never read the comic book The Boys, and from all accounts, I've heard the show's probably better because the comics are all over the place, but yeah, just as wild and wacky, if not more so, perhaps. But the one thing I do know from the comics that they might do here, spoiler if this is what they're doing, because it might be, I don't know, it's a wild prediction, but one of the famous things from the comics is that Black Noir actually turns out to be a clone of Homelander. And I'm wondering if that's what they're going to do. Because I think everyone thought they were maybe going to do that like last season or something, like when they did switch them. And then it was just like, oh, it's just another guy. But now that we've paid like close attention to, he's not speaking. And before he was like, it was funny because he was talking and it just wasn't Black Noir.
Did he not take his mask off? Did we not see who it was behind the mask last season or the season
like
before?
The season before he did. Like it was just some guy. Like, and he was like, "You're playing the role of Black Noir," but now he's like the Deep has made like several like Stella Adler and Meisner jokes, which was really funny about Black Noir, and I'm wondering if they're gonna finally do that, and that's gonna be a thing. So that's the one thing I know from the comic books that is a thing.
Craig?
So I also thought that initially, and I thought, is this what are they setting up that the actual comic book thing of it going to be like they'll think they've got him, they think they've got Homelander, but actually a little twist at the end that Black Noir was a clone and he's going to come help out. However, as Andrew said, there was a little bit going on there with the whole Starlight thing. How did she get away? How did that all work? And my theory is if they're going to be smart and not go down the route that everyone knows about, the comic book route of it being a clone, is it going to be a case of that they've actually either flipped the second Black Noir so he's now on their side, or they've secretly killed him off screen and they've replaced him with someone on their side, and then he is now.
That's also cool.
The only issue with that is this, that Homelander would know because he can. Does Homelander have X-ray vision? I can't remember if he has X-ray vision.
I don't think so. I think
he does because he just done the he said I can see the nest of vipers in your chest.
No, but was that not listening though? Because he did the whole like hearing their heart rates. He didn't do like an X-ray vision.
My theory doesn't work if he can see through the mask.
I'm sure he said he can see the viper's nest in his chest, but I'm
going back to watch it anyway to see Jensen Ackles set up. So I'll go back for that.
I was also thinking like if he does have X-ray, he would only choose to do X-ray. I don't think he constantly sees X-ray. So if he's with people. He doesn't think, or he's not paranoid about.
Together yet. They've also not seen together properly yet, have they?
So that might still hold weight.
What's your theory, Andrew?
I don't have one. Could not tell you.
Yeah.
I just found it interesting that he got away, and they obviously made a point to the fact that. I never actually thought of that though. Like maybe they killed Black Noir and got him replaced. That makes sense to why he wasn't talking back to.
Unless we've got a shapeshifter,
because that would fit.
There could be a shapeshifter character who's in it there now, and that's why we don't know it's.
Could it be one of the Gen V people?
Possibly.
It could be the guy. You know the main guy, one of the main guys. You know the curly haired boy that sees the puppets. Could be him because he's got similar powers to Black Noir. So
it could be one of them because we did mention, because they did ask. We did get a mention of Gen V, the Godolkin people. To Starlight, and it kind of got pushed aside. I would assume they're going to make.
I did like that Homelander was like, "Yeah, your boyfriend Godolkin dumped you, then died. Like, what's
Oh yeah,
you're just upset about that,
Yeah,
I do like how they tie that in between Gen V and the boys. But yeah, get in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of these first 2 episodes of the boys. Put in your theories. Put in who you want to go, who you think's going to go, all that stuff. Get involved in the conversation. If you have not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. As I say, we've got lots of stuff coming to the podcast this month. We've got lots of exciting things happening in the future as well to do with the podcast, so you want to be here for that. As of this week, my diary frees up a little, so we will definitely be doing TikTok reviews live on TikTok. So if you've not already followed us on TikTok, make sure to go on, head over there. That's where all our reaction videos to trailers and stuff, that's where they all live, and that's where we're going to do our non-spoiler reviews of TV shows and movies and all that stuff. We'll try and do lives as much as we can so that you can get involved in the conversation with us and we can talk about your theories then and there. If you want to follow us, we are at @Alf the Grey, we are at Craig Andrew Mooney, and we are at Stirrit Story. But as we say every week, make sure you're following the podcast at WithMatesPod on all social media platforms. And as I say, get involved in the conversation. What show are you watching? If you're watching all 4, what's been your favourite so far? What's been your least favourite so far? And why is Daredevil just the fucking best? And I hope we get all the movies and all the TV shows and all the spin-offs. Give Bullseye his own fucking spin-off because he's fucking great. But for more on that, come and follow us on TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Let's on a Mangy.
Smack them all. That's it.
That would be better on a Game of Thrones one.